They discovered a tribe that lives in the depths of the earth, according to claims. The collapse of a mine in Jiji, China, February 28, 2003, generated a very great controversy because of the disappearance of 14 miners, of course. But 5 years later, the world learned of the existence of the ctones, a terrestrial tribe that saved 2 of the disappeared miners. The efforts of the authorities rescued only 12 bodies of the 14. The remains of Lao Pen and Wan Hu were not found, but in 2008, Wan Hu returned. He was telling the story about the ctones and a tribe that lived in the depths of the earth. Can you imagine? Ctones, an interterrestrial tribe. When Wan Hu returned, he found that his wife was already remarried, so he bought a new house and took up gardening. Within weeks, the authorities learned of his return. As his family had received compensation, they quickly went to review the situation. If Wan Hu was alive, his family should not have received anything from the government, because as we know, in some countries in Asia, they give a funeral compensation type of thing. Now, when questioned the man and his family, and he claimed that he had not taken advantage of the situation, they obviously asked him what had happened. He replied that he had lived with the ctones, a powerful civilization, from the entrails of the earth. This attracted powerful attention, and they even hospitalized him, thinking, of course, he had lost his marbles, doubting his mental capacity. But medical tests showed that he was perfectly healthy. The doctors could not explain how he did not have any signs of anthracosis or any illness resulting from the inhalation of coal dust, something that Wan Hu suffered from since he worked in the mine. For some reason, he had been cured in his stay with the so-called ctones. Can you imagine? Another strange analysis was that he had his 32 teeth, when the medical records show that he only had 25. His health looked like that of a 20-something, even though he was already 39 years of age. So what was going on here? Also, Wan Hu had 40,000 won in his bank account. When the government traced his movement, it found that he had an additional 10,000 won in cash and uncut diamonds valued at 300,000 won. The authorities quickly suspected that it was not really the miner, but a foreign spy, who explained that he got the money by selling the diamonds to a jeweler in Shanghai. And when questioned about the provenance of these, he said that they had been given to him by the ctones, from inner earth, of course. Now, Wan Hu and Lao Pen found themselves separated from their other miners. They waited 3 days for the rescue, since they had enough water for this, but they did not have any food. When they noticed that there was no sign of their search, they began to explore the mine, hoping to find a way to the surface. Unfortunately, the only thing that they managed to do was to get lost in the maze of tunnels until something strange happened to them. They were attacked by some strange short humans who captured them and led them even deeper into an unknown kingdom. What they believed would be his death had led to the arrival of an impressive kingdom. This was illuminated by a system of crystals to the point that it could be read. In other words, you could read, it was so light in there. At the end of the tunnels, there were large caves inhabited by thousands of ctones. The men lived for 5 years with these creatures. They learned their language even, and realized that they were not captives as they believed. In fact, these beings believed that they were rescuing them from the terror of life on the surface. The ctones had the idea that life outside their caves was an ordeal, where hunger and disease killed thousands of people. The ctones ate from a fungus that abounded in the caves. This one tastes fresh, delicious, and was very healthy. Thanks to this, his teeth regenerated and his illnesses disappeared. Can you imagine? These creatures even had a developed writing system. They knew paper and metallurgy. Although they rarely used iron, they focused more on gold, silver, and bronze. Well, thank you. Gold, silver, and bronze. These beings saw the miners as their equals, so they had all the facilities at the rest of the that the rest of the ctones had. However, Wan Hu wanted to return to his family and the sunlight once more. Although they tried to convince him, he had already made up his mind, so he was guided to the surface. Lao Pen decided to live the rest of his life with these fascinating creatures. Wan Hu was declared mentally unstable. He was even sent to a military base, and his family never heard from him again. So this is one of the hundreds of cases of interterrestrial civilizations that have fascinated the world. However, many people still doubt its veracity. Is there really a world below the surface totally alien to ours? And this is on Mysterious Society by Zach White. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.